2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello! The purpose of this video is to explain how to create a Windows schedule sheet. Okay, so we're going to try to add here Windows schedule. Let's just leave it Windows schedule. So anyway, you're looking and watching at a video lecture tutorial of this module. We're going to talk about Windows, and the first thing that we're going to talk about is the window tags. You can see here I highlighted them in yellow. Window tags are hexagons and there's numbers in them. You can put in letters too, but if two windows are the same, they have exactly the same tag 0101, 0202. So these two windows are the same, these two windows are the same. So they're not like doors, where doors you give them a unique number. Door 31, door 32, door 33, and so forth and so on. Okay, but windows, they're tagged just like a frame. Like this frame is the same as this frame. O1 is the same as O1. O2 is the same as O2. Okay, so that's typically how we do it. But I've also seen window tags that looks like just like a door. They have unique numbers. Okay, so window schedules. There's no frame and there's no door type. There's only a window type, and the window type is drawn like an elevation. The frame and the window are integrated together. There's like one piece, and you're going to draw them as an elevation, and you're going to locate them above the floor because windows are typically above the floor. Some windows are on the floor or just a few inches above the floor, and those are called windows too, but they're mostly called storefronts or curtain walls. Okay, so these numbers, by the way, they're in millimeters. Okay, and so you would indicate the size of the window, and if there's any glazing, you're going to indicate that too. This one here, the dotted line, it looks like a V. That means that it is a hinged window and it opens, and this is where the hinge is. It's like a door. Okay. So yeah, that's how it's done. This one opens from the top. Okay. Some windows open from the bottom. That means that the V will be upside down. Okay. So here's your door. Here's your window types W03, W04, W05. So when you tag the windows, you will see inside this hexagon, a WO1, WO2, okay, just like this one here. And then you will have the schedule itself. The schedule itself will have the tag numbers, WO1, WO2, and then you're going to have the heights, the type, the glazing, so different types of windows, double hung, awning hung. So maybe I should explain that too. So types of windows, in case you don't know yet. So here are the types of windows. Let's look at some of the images here very quickly, and I'll just add that towards the end. So here, um, let me see and open this in a new tab so it's just bigger. So here's hmm, that's a bad image. Didn't want to open. Okay, anyway, see if it'll open. No, it doesn't. Okay, here you go. So single hung, if you don't know it yet, it's an operable window. One part of the window opens and it's sliding up and down. So that's called a single hung. There's also a double hung. There's there's two parts that opens. Either this one slides down or the other one slides up, and you can sometimes open them from the inside. Okay, so those are double hung windows. Oreo windows, this is kind of, well, it's an old type of window. It's mainly um, like just like a single hung window. Um, it's a little different in that case that it's keeping the um, person from like falling or something like that. So it's usually used for windows on the upper floors. So you would see them where the one that opens is smaller than a person can fit. So those are called Oriels. Okay. Cottage window, the operable part is on the top part. Okay. It swings or slides down. Okay. And then you have your typical house window where you slide left and right. Okay. So that's a two panel. You also have a three panel where you have a fixed center and then the sides open. Okay. So that's a three panel. And a picture window is a fixed window. You can't open it. It's just a glass. Okay, so this is typically in like like stairs. You're gonna see windows that don't open, just permit the light, or maybe bathrooms too. Some bathrooms have a fixed window. This one also is like a fixed window or a picture window. They don't open, but yeah, it's called just a deadlight a window. Okay, hopper windows. This is the kind of windows that I showed you here. Something like this. This is called like a hopper window. It's also called an awning window, but it's mostly that's a hopper window. When it opens from above. Then you have your casement. Casement is like a vertical window, and then sometimes you're gonna see a screw opener, like you roll or twist the window to open up, or sometimes you just push it open and pull it to close. Those are called casement. Um, and this one is an awning window when it opens from the bottom. So here on our indication here, the hinge is usually on this portion. So this one is I don't know if it's mislabeled, but this is not awning because this is hopper because this the intersection of this line is where the hinge is. And if you indicate it this way, that means that this is a hopper, not an awning. Okay. An awning would open from the bottom. That means the V would be the V would be here in the section here. Okay. Transom windows like a fixed window, but it's usually above the door. Okay, that's called transom windows. Then you got your architectural or view windows. Sometimes they're semicircle, hexagon, or circle, or something like that. Okay. And then you have your bay windows. Bay windows is like a three panel and it sticks out of a window and you have like a seat besides it or and then you can put pillows and sit on there or you can put plants. So that's a bay window. Really popular back in like in San Francisco where it adds additional space in the window where people can sit in. Okay. Um, when you have more than three panels, then it's called a bow window. Okay, and typically you have a casement window also here in the bay window and the bow window. You can open them on that side. All right, jealousy window. Little like they look like louvers, and you can open all of them together all at once. There's like a sliding mechanism. Um, very cheap to make um, and mostly popular in Asia or mostly third world countries because it's not like it doesn't have a lot of insulation in it because it opens up to let air in. Okay, and then you have this garden style windows. You might have seen this in like old houses in front of a sink where this one sticks out. Kind of odd, but that's where your plants could go in, and then yeah, it just sticks out. Glass block window made of thick glass blocks. It's non-operable, and sometimes you can't see through it. You can only like see some obscure images. Storm windows, just like any other windows, but sometimes you would see shutters on this window. Storm windows are like another window on top of a window. Okay, so it's like a window in front of a window to protect the real window. So that's what those are what storm windows are. And then you got these fancy ones that has an egress window that typically found in basement. And this would they would have to excavate in front of that window and put in some metal sheet to prevent the earth from falling. And these are called egress windows. Egress means a way out or some exiting mechanism. So in the basement, if there's a fire in the first floor and you can't use the stairs, then this should be able to let you out. And they're called egress windows, and typically for basement. Skylight on the roof goes through. Sometimes you can open it, sometimes you can't. So yeah, the skylight. Um, Round windows, typically you see them as a decorative piece on some architectural styles. So it's like this piece where you have a semicircle in front of a rectangle window. So that's an arched window. Okay, arch window. Dormer windows, you have something that sticks out of the roof. Okay, typically found just on houses or some French style house or French roof kind of thing. And then we don't see a gable, but yeah, it's the same as this. And the eyebrow, it's curved. So if you look at gable window, yeah. So here's the gable where that whole piece it's called a gable, and then you have windows on that one, and then you got the eyebrow window, and it's just a curved gable. Okay, here's like a curved gable, and that's where you would have that small curved window. Okay, so yeah, those are different windows. Barrel arch, the same as an arch window, and yeah, so those are your different kinds of windows for our office space or our cafe. We would have windows on offices, but mostly we would have windows that would look like um, commercial windows, which are sometimes not operable, but they can be. Okay, so if you have a screen on the window, then you would indicate it there. You can also add it on the note. But if it's sliding, you would have to indicate the direction of the slide. So here's windows that are not numbered but just use letters. Okay. Now, do you also wanted to put some window notes on your window schedule sheet? Okay. And here's a different style. Uh, the style of this architect, they indicate a unique number for each window. Even if the windows are the same, they would label them with different numbers, just like doors. Doors are labeled with a different number for each one, even if they're the same. So it's gonna be something like this. And sometimes um, the elevations are marked with a window tag too. Okay, so they would be marked on the floor plan, and they would also be marked on the elevation. All right, and then here's a different way of doing a schedule where you have a unique mark for each one, and you're going to have a type, and these are your types over here. Okay, this is your type. So I posted this here. It's just a unique way of doing it, and you would have your detail here for the sill, the bottom, and then the top is the head, and then the jam are on the sides. Okay, so here's the explanation of each of the columns, and here's an example of that window type. You would indicate the finished floor, the height of the sill, the size of the window, and so forth and so on. All right. Now, because our project is like a cafe, then you would have these large windows in the front. Sometimes it would span over 2 floors if you have like an open balcony inside, and you would have the front just like our design. Then you would call this a curtain wall window, or sometimes we call them just aluminum storefront. Okay, and aluminum storefront mostly are fixed windows, and you would draw them according to their size. If it's 18 feet high, then you would have to draw them 18 feet high, and then you would tag each of these members. And you're trying to show that the section of this is of this member. That's called a mullion. Mullion. Um, and you would have to get those mullions detail from the manufacturer. Okay, so sometimes aluminum storefront or curtain wall windows, not all parts are made of glass, so you would have to indicate which parts are glass and which part is made of an aluminum sheet, and that's called the spandrel. Okay. Um, Sometimes it's also made of glass, but you can't really see through it because there would be a beam in front of it. Okay, so you would label that the same. This one they indicated or used a rotated square for curtain walls, but you can always use a hexagon, just like this one. Okay, so it does you don't need to use a square, a rotated square. Now these sections or these members, you will get them from a manufacturer. Here's a manufacturer, Connier. Connier would it's a known manufacturer of curtain wall systems or storefront windows, and all you're going to do is go to the Connier website. Okay, so you would have to go to the Connier website, and then you would probably go to projects and click curtain wall, or sometimes project and storefront framing, and then pick a product. Let's say this one here. You click on that one. Uh, okay, and then you would see examples of what it looks like. So this would be your storefront. That would be your storefront or curtain wall. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. And then you wanted to go to like CAD details, and then you would pick the center plane or front plane. But I think center plane is good enough. So outside glazed. So click DWG. It'll download it. When you open it up in AutoCAD, you'll see uh, that it shows you if you pick this product. The detail 5 shows you this member in the middle. Detail 4 shows you the detail besides the wall. So here are your details. Okay, you see detail number 4. Okay, that's the wall, and yeah, that's how you can get details of each member. So you're going to get them from the manufacturer, and you're going to use this and put that on your detail sheet. Okay, so you will do the sheet by yourself. So on here, on this document, you will do an independent activity by yourself. We've been doing details for the longest time. We've done door schedules. So you're going to create a table by yourself. Now, if you're doing your window schedule sheet, you will have to tag your floor plan first. And then on your window schedule sheet, you will draw an elevation of each window. You will indicate the dimension, the glazing, and whether it opens up or down or sideways. Then you will create your schedule, and these are the columns that I'm expecting you to do. And then you would have to add your window notes. You can just copy this window notes here that I provided. Okay, window notes here. And what else? The details of the members, the mullion, the mullions for your large windows. Okay, so uh, just like this one here. So you're going to draw them. Okay, so the first thing that you do is open up your floor plan. I think I don't have these are my structural. So floor plan, and I have them saved here. There you go. And go to your floor plan and label them here. And you're gonna copy your text. Okay, and this is the first one here. And we can make a hexagon. So I'm going to type a polygon command. Polygon, and I want 6 sides for hexagon, and then I simply click here anywhere, and then I want to do an inscribe is fine, and then I do that. Okay. If you have a lot of windows, you might want to make it big, but I only have a few windows, so I'm gonna label this one. The next one is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to like move this from shift right click or and control right click and then midpoint between 2 points, 1, 2. There you go. It will hold it here, and then I will put it on the insertion of this point there. There you go. And then I'm just simply going to like match properties here, so they're the same. Okay, and I will just have to locate that one. to my location, my number one window, and I'll put that. Oh, let me remove my so is it F8? There you go. Yeah, F8. Then I put that here. So that's my number one window. My number two window is here, so I'll put that here. So, and since they're not the same, so I have to label this differently. But if they're the same, then you would have to label them both one and one. Okay. I have another window here. So all your windows, label them. They're not the same again. So this one will be unique number three. And then on the second floor, you're doing the same thing. Okay. I may not have any window here, but if I do, like the number three, I would have to put that there. This one is like this one, but this one, since this one has a door, it will have a different number. And that will be my number four. Okay. All right, there you go. So that's the first thing that you're going to do, and then you're going to create your detail sheet. I mean, a window detail sheet, and that would be on the end over here. So you can get your door schedule and then simply copy it and move it at the very end over here. Move to the very end and click OK. Then it's now here. I just wanna push it back one step, and then name it A7 if it's A7. Maybe if it's A8, yours might be different. And then yeah, and then create your window schedule according to the requirements here on this page. And that's going to be something you're going to submit as part of the assignment for this week. All right. Yeah, so there you go. Those are windows. And I'll put in, or I'll add some window types here later on. Okay.